No, this is the orifice. So I guess this would be the Jizzler machine, I suppose. You can double team the AI box.
Oh no.
True, yeah. I guess you could. That would be interesting, yeah. I guess if you and a friend got together to Eiffel Tower the box.
No.
But then if it like has some kind of power outage, it'd be like a
No.
Chinese finger trap with Wiener. Probably wouldn't be worth. Well, it even has like an what is this, an MRI machine in there, so you can see like the innards. This craftsmanship is so thorough.
Fucking panties. Fuck yes. Taking off my.
No.
God, wait. I probably can't even listen to this on stream. Yeah, he's got like entire text prompts in here. On stream so I can listen to it on my own real quick. He has the box saying his name. It says, "Fuck me, Brian."
I want one of these.
Oh, okay. This guy needs to work on his talk though. The next line he had her say is, "Breed me with your hot seed."
Okay.
That's immediately like I'm going soft. This is not ready. He's calling it the International Sex Station. I can definitely show this part though. Look at the craftsmanship on that.
Holy
So that's like
shit.
the wormhole for Wiener. This is
Wow.
the base of it, and then he puts the fleshlights in there, I guess. I mean, they're more than fleshlights. Like, it looks like they're handcrafted. Custom. This looks like something NVIDIA would have made. This demo is really cool. I feel like I could probably show the demo. Just
I want to fucking.
it's probably not worth the risk. It just doesn't look very vaginal-esque. So I feel like it'd probably be okay. And he's using his finger.
I'll
to
finish
show it.
watching that.
And then he has like an MRI of the inside, so you can see what's happening in the box. It's unironically impressive. You could ejaculate into the multiverse with that. That's true. You could.
Wow.
To load back in time. It is very impressive. If this ever hits the market, I'm gonna try it. I've got it. The future is here.
Who needs a woman anymore? You can just fucking fuck a box. I'll fuck a box.
He's still in the prototyping stage of the orifice. But here's the features. It's an adult toy with computer vision system, text-to-speech, speech-to-text, and LLM, and generative moaning. I don't know what LLM is.
Language learning
I
model.
don't know if that's a technical term
Yeah.
or a sexual one. LLM. And here's
Language
the
learning model.
schematics.
So it's literally just a full AI box that you fuck.
John Tidor has returned.
That's
He's back with a
fucked up.
vengeance, here to steal
Just
our
an
Tinder
AI
dates.
vagina.
Are you gonna have it call you moist? Out, I'll order one and I'll come up with like a really cool speech it can say to me. So when I'm plowing it, it'll say some really cool shit.
Like, fuck yeah, God slap my
The
box.
speed run world record holder. Yes, that's the spot. Your dick is curved at just the right angle. Stored has more info on it.
You hit my G-spot. You hit my G-spot.
Oh no, wait, you're right. There's a totally separate site. The future of sex is now. And this is the future is looking pretty good. I'll tell you what.
If we can all just get a
More
fucking
connected,
box
intimate,
vagina, who needs woman, am
interactive way
I
to
right?
masturbate. Our vision. We aim to
Kidding.
fulfill men's primal energies and desire for unconditional love.
Wow.
This really plays more into like loneliness than unconditional love, I gotta say.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Like, I definitely feel like it'll be fun in the moment, especially if the AI is telling me cool things. Like, my achievements.
This is gonna...
Charlie, you hitting that half-court three-point
Katie,
shot to win the game last week was
you
one of the
fuck
most
a box
impressive things
vagina?
I've ever seen. Fuck me raw. But then once I do finally blow my load, I'm just gonna feel really bad.
Right?
Saying it to me. Orifice is the revolutionary adult toy that allows you to interact, connect, and feel real love without any shame or fear of rejection, unless you ask for it. I'll just let the AI run rogue. Do you want to have sex? Absolutely not.
That'd be like an actual fucking woman,
Try
though.
again tomorrow. Alright, innovative products are designed with men in mind, and we offer a range of options that cater to every unique
Holy.
desire and preference. Join the Orphis community and experience the difference for yourself. This is a wet vac with extra steps. No. I haven't been able to show you the actual tech on stream because it's a fuck machine. I can't pull that up on stream on Twitch
wish
or
you
YouTube.
could.
But he has built a prototype, and it looks pretty impressive. Like the inner workings of it, it's very fleshy. It looks bio. Like it looks organic.
Holy
authentic.
shit.
And if you scroll down, there's a video of him testing the grip strength. Let me see.
Holy shit.
No, this is the video from the other side. Yeah, I already saw these.
Oh, what the fuck?
From everything I see, it's got strong grip. If one malfunctions, do they have a guy who has to repair them? No, I feel like...
No, he can Eiffel Tower it. It's not even fucking joking.
Yeah. We had our fun.
I said
I don't
take
think
off
people are
your
desperate to
fucking
fix their
panties.
sex
Oh,
machines.
fuck yes. Taking off my panties, can't wait to
If
feel
they're
your
not gonna have a
cock
service
inside me.
hotline number. Imagine the AI stuff.
Oh my god.
Yes,
The
fuck
box
me,
like
bro.
rolls its way
Fuck
into your
me
room.
with your big fat cock.
Charles,
I love
it's
it.
time.
Hard.
No, God.
Oh my
Feel
god.
sore. Have mercy.
I
No,
want you to
no.
come deep in.
Oh.
Breathe me
Why
with
does
your
it have the
hot
RGB lights? Because it's
Give me
cool.
one for
What do you
the
mean? Their mission is to fulfill men's primal energy and desire for unconditional love. That includes RGB. Can you imagine if you had sex with a human being right now, and the second you penetrated, fucking gamer lighting just starts blasting out the wazoo? I'd go crazy. I'd be like, yes! Yes, it's happening! Pussy is sponsored by Razer. I'll keep my eye on the Orphis. We'll see how that project develops. I am very interested now. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm voice metered.
Anyway, was also watching this friend of
In
Jordy's video.
secrecy.
Get fuck off camera.
Actually, this is the one part that Four Corners did get right. Fuck that security guard who tried to take our cameras last time we were there. Yeah, that's right. Probably you. You're the worst part of the deep state. Think about your actions. Because you wouldn't allow us to illegally film a Supreme Court. But also, why do we have Wilson security guarding the Supreme Court? It's not exactly a fucking suburban mall car park.
Back in 2013, the ADF decided to reinforce the rules of engagement to say soldiers can only shoot if they have a high degree of confidence a person is a threat.
What does that even mean?
I made a complaint about it to say this could get soldiers killed because they had like a 7-step test for a soldier in a firefight with the Taliban as to when he could pull the trigger. And it was just a mess.
Okay, so here's where reporter Grace Tobin really fumbles the ball, even for her standards. Journalist Ben McKelvey, who, unlike Tobin, spent a substantial amount of time in Afghanistan and has written books about the SAS, contends that this change to the rules of engagement was made to protect the chain of command and actual war criminals. Now, there's going to be a bit of reading, but trust me, it's worth it. What Ben McKelvey is saying is explosive, and I believe it goes to the heart of not only why McBride blew the whistle, but why the government is coming down so hard on him. The document was just to protect commanders. It was issued in 2013 after some highly visible Special Air Service Regiment murders, Solar and Darwin come to mind. The patrol reporting about these murders were fabrications, and command likely knew they were, so the rules of engagement amplification wouldn't change a thing. The bad soldiers, who had been protected, could keep falsifying patrol reports regardless of the ROE, while the good soldiers, who did report properly, had to be endangered and restricted by this new rule of engagement.
That's
this is the
fucked up.
story the ABC should have been telling. For a broadcaster obsessed with non-binary gender ideology to the extent that they spent entire episodes promoting it, they sure are stuck on a bizarre binary for this one. McBride, yes or no? 1 or 0? Do you like soldiers? And by soldiers we mean war criminals. All soldiers are war criminals. 1 or 0, McBride?
Yes.
It's like if the replicant at the beginning of Blade Runner was in charge of the replicant test. Anyway, forget Four Corners. A far more complex, detailed, investigative and substantive story about McBride is in Ben McKelvey's tweets shitting on that episode of Four Corners. Isn't that an indictment on the ABC? A tweet thread is more revealing than their flagship reporting. And that's why
That's sad.
I'm going to be reading a lot of it and putting it on screen now. What Ben's saying is that pretty much Australia's SAS deliberately became an assassination squad for the Yanks, with this rules of engagement amplification serving as a shitty little bureaucratic box-ticking trick to scapegoat innocent soldiers to hide the fact that not only did Australia's command turn a blind eye to war crimes, but essentially the SAS's primary job was to commit war crimes on behalf of the Americans. Four Corners would have known this, but this is the only mention of what should be the main story.
But there's a bigger obstacle to McBride's defence, and it's playing out in secret under national security laws.
Right, so you just closed the court.
Oh, fuck.
Now there's a secret hearing taking place upstairs, and all we know is that it relates to sensitive intelligence information that involves Australia's allies.
The government is removing material critical to the defence of McBride at the behest of a foreign government, and that's the only mention it gets from Four Corners. For one, let's stop being coy. The foreign government is the US. Everyone knows it. This secrecy shit is not protecting anyone. It's just being used as a tool to make McBride's defence even more impossible. The USA interfered in McBride's trial. They are the driving force behind this prosecution, and it's unbelievably embarrassing that Raylene Sharp, the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions, is so enthusiastically going along with it. I would call it a kangaroo court trial, but let's not insult kangaroos. Use an Australian animal to describe what is an American prosecution masquerading as an Australian prosecution. It's the Outback Steakhouse of political prosecutions. That's what's going on. Now we've got that substantive shit out of the way. Let's get to one of the main reasons the professional managerial class and journalist class harbours such a large amount of contempt for McBride. I know this is going to sound silly, but it's true, because he's not a lefty loony. It's actually what Fox News has been banging on about since inception. He doesn't regurgitate the exact woke dogma down to the letter, and so they're cancelling him.
He published his internal complaint on a blog he called The Ops Room. One of
Sad
his
shit like this.
grievances
Still
was the
happening.
ADF's recruitment drive to increase the number of women. McBride accused senior leadership of valuing gender over capability.
There it is. He was critical of the DEI religion, and that's why he should DIE in jail. That is the subconscious and very often conscious belief of most, if not all, journos, because imagined identity-based career obstacles, that is the most difficult challenge any of them have ever had to fucking face in their cushioned lives. War crimes are just words to them that they fire off as part of a tweet whose sole purpose is moral posturing, and even then, only if the war is trending. It's such an overused meme by this point, but it really is the view of the professional managerial class of the West. Yeah, you can go in and kill innocent farmers in Afghanistan, as long as the policymaker permitting it is a woman. And even then, only because that set of beliefs is currently trending. Here's my hypothesis, and by hypothesis I mean this is a fact in my mind. Most journalists' objections to war crimes don't come from deeply held beliefs that killing innocent people is wrong. Instead, like everything they think really, it comes from their class-based aesthetic distaste for toxic masculinity, and soldiers remind them of that
Toxic masculinity is kind of actually a thing, though. But it's such a hard thing to define that it's...
Why do I think this? Because
Super
none
hard.
of these journos who supposedly expose war
Like my
crimes say
penis.
anything about the commanders and the
Toxic
policymakers
masculinity.
who enshrined war crimes as the primary purpose of our special forces. In fact, these
That's
same
just-
journos,
that's fine.
whilst condemning individual soldiers who killed unarmed civilians, celebrate the leadership up the chain of command that could be ultimately held just as, if not more responsible
Toxic
than
masculinity
certain
is often,
individual
like,
soldiers.
just...
I seriously think if Ben Robert Smith just came out
People getting it
non-binary and
confused
said
with
he
confidence.
suffering from
I
mental
think.
health issues stemming from his health journey, he could have killed all that negative media faster than the cuffed prisoner he kicked off a cliff. Think about it, man. Why is Julian Assange still rotting in prison, but Chelsea Manning, who actually leaked the sensitive material, free? Because Fox News is right, the military's gone woke. Facts.
As McBride continued posting online, he drew the attention of a journalist.
They have gone woke. They're
Daniel
using
is
the
a senior
wokeness
reporter with the
against us now.
ABC's
The
investigation
news is
team.
always going to be ahead of us. One
He's
step.
never spoken publicly
Constantly.
about McBride being a source.
Finally decided after all this time that it's important that people know the truth about what happened. It's a much greyer and murkier and messier story than people appreciate.
Finally decided after all this time, as in just before McBride's about to be sentenced, you're going to tell the truth, are you, Oaksy? No, the sensitive c***.
What was the story that David McBride wanted told?
He really simply wanted the story to say that the special forces in Afghanistan were being unfairly targeted and unfairly scrutinised and investigated when they shouldn't have been investigated.
We've already established what Dan Oakes is saying is plainly incorrect. He met McBride like once or twice, which clearly is not enough for a thick as bricks ABC reporter as him to ascertain someone's intentions. But if Four Corners, I don't know, didn't go out with the clear intention of painting McBride as a piece of shit to begin with, maybe if they even looked at some of McBride's documents, such as his affidavits, that well and truly set out his intentions. I mean, The Guardian weren't so busy that they didn't have time to read at least one affidavit in half a fucking decade. In fact, let's read all anyone at the ABC would have had to read to not take Dan Oakes' bitter revisionism and presented that whinging as fact within the first minute of the program. According to the affidavit, McBride wanted Australians to know that Afghan civilians were being murdered and Australian military leaders were, at the very least, turning the other way and, at worst, tacitly approving this behaviour. He continued, at the same time, soldiers were being improperly prosecuted as a smokescreen to cover leadership's inaction and failure to hold reprehensible conduct to account. There it is. 2 sentences written years ago that if the ABC bothered to read them would have killed the entire thesis of their episode.
But no.
They could have gone back to their in-depth pieces on whether this random bald man walking down the street is a neo-Nazi, and everyone would have been happy. Except the public that pays for this shit that's abandoning their viewership in droves, and I sincerely hope the trend continues. McBride's lawyers further laid out how absurd Oakes' claims are. Yes, David did defend soldiers wrongfully accused of war crimes. What an asshole, am I right? He remains proud to have done so, and those innocent men are grateful to him. That was part of the material given in a shopping bag to Dan Oakes, and McBride was disappointed that the ABC didn't wish to publish it. The other part of the shopping bag related to acts undertaken by Australian Special Forces that had been glossed over in sham reports. David was in a very dangerous position at the time. He didn't need to write war crimes in texter across the top of these files. The inappropriateness was self-evident without him writing memos or post-it notes. He knew that any intelligent reader, which Oakes was, for him, would see their significance and would see the difference between improper prosecutions McBride was being asked to conduct and shocking acts that had been ignored by military command. They were both part of the same problem in McBride's view. Unbelievably, it gets worse than Oakes incorrectly ratting on his source. Before even being given permission to film the hit job, Grace Tobin and a producer made solemn undertakings to McBride's solicitors and barristers that the program would only be aired after McBride had been sentenced. You fucking dogs. They surely knew that airing the program beforehand would not only undermine McBride's defence, but could also be in contempt of court. This is the same profession, mind you, that everything we ever published, you ask these pricks why they didn't. Oh, it's because it's illegal and we respect the courts. Yeah, as you can see, they clearly respect the courts. But even then,
Fucking Australian
even worse,
courts,
isn't it
shit.
astonishing that it always gets
Absolute
worse? These
dog
vultures, they aired it before McBride's sentence and then denied that they ever made that undertaking. You know what would happen to Tobin and a producer in any organisation that is even a tenth as indignant as the ABC but actually had a shred of integrity? Fired immediately, as they should be. We know the ABC fires people for way less. In fact, you should fire the executive producer of the program, ABC. You should fire fucking everyone. This is a massive scandal, but also, I'm just so sick of the private school stories. We get it, Four Corners. You came from there, and you want to do what every one of us does when we go past in our car with our friends from uni. Shut up. Keep all this in mind when you listen to the next part of Oakes' harrowing testimony.
When the story broke, they immediately referred the leak to the Australian Federal Police, which launched an investigation. What were you prepared to do to protect
what is the
McBride as
investigation?
source?
I would have done anything. I mean, anything required.
Go to jail?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't work as a journalist, I don't think, if you're not willing to go to the absolute lengths, the ends of the earth to protect a source.
Okay. Oakes was apparently so selfless and noble that he was willing to go to jail to protect McBride, yet not noble enough to shut the fuck up at this pivotal moment on a program that interviewed him and his lawyers under false pretenses. Yes, Oakes, I think we can all agree you're definitely as awesome as you think you are. Like everything any ABC reporter says in this program, it's total bullshit. McBride's lawyers have been asking Oakes for years to assist by providing evidence for his defence. The ABC and Oakes have declined and ignored them every time, but all of a sudden, Oakes was apparently willing to go to jail. Again, this is what McBride's lawyers had to say. They have largely ignored his story ever since. They totally ignored our request for evidence they held, which was vital to David's defence. They extracted the information they needed and dumped him, and only return now as he awaits sentence to pour this venom on him, while we are limited in what we can say until the proceedings end. Talk about fighting with both hands behind your back.
Yeah,
Remember McBride's public
literally.
interest disclosure defence
Well, what are they
hearing?
meant to do?
No.
Like-
You know why?
Like,
Because not
fuck.
one ABC reporter showed up. I know because I was there. And I think it could have
I think
been
he was the only one that
very
was
likely
there.
that it was because Dan Oakes was salty about McBride being rude to him.
Hmm.
I at least hope that that's the case, because then that worm would have a reason to stab him in the back at a bare minimum.
Prosecutors ultimately decided charging Dan Oakes was not in the public interest. They persisted with the case against David McBride.
I was confronted with the prospect that I was going to walk away scot-free and David was going to be prosecuted. And for me, it was really, really difficult to deal with. It had a substantial effect on me.
Shut up. You abandoned McBride, dude. You got an Order of Australia medal for it. He takes on all the risk for essentially doing you a solid, and this is how you repay him. Lying about his intentions and facing zero consequences for it. Yet you have such an inflated ego that you think that you're in a position to complain. What's so remarkable about this
Absolutely
entire program
ridiculous.
is that the ABC will do Me Too story after Me Too story, and for better or worse, never ever question the intentions of their sources, who invariably, just by going on the ABC, have a lot more to gain and a lot less to lose than David McBride. But David is the one they put under the ABC's very broken, cracked microscope. The moral of this story, I suppose, is don't be a whistleblower in Australia. Not only will you face the full wrath of the professional managerial class, but the press, the people who fillet each other about how brave they are and how it's their torch that stops democracy from being shrouded in darkness. They'll use you to get their awards, throw you under the bus, and then have a sook about how they're the real victims. The journalist is treacherous and self-interested as Dan Oakes and Grace Tobin. Who the fuck needs the AFP? That being said, you can always come to Friendly Geordies if you want to blow the whistle, but please don't send me any more emails like, "Attention, I have been held hostage by Gympie Hospital and Bill Gates with the Queensland Police Commissioner in cahoots, massive pedophile ring, my life is in immediate danger. CC the United Nations, BCC NASA, CC Anthony Albanese." I get like 30 of those emails a day, and I lose enough sleep over them as it is, okay? Anyway, if you like this video, stick around because there's more to come. As recently, there's been a very strange, I think AstroTurfed media campaign against McBride. Next video is going to be awesome, as it is on the man who looks and acts like he's perpetually in menopause, Bernard Keane, who recently made shocking discoveries that McBride doesn't only appear on Soy Boy Left Wing podcasts. Subscribe, sign up to Patreon for early videos and just to support us. And come on, if this Four Corners stuff pissed you off, I'm sorry, you can't just not pay your taxes to bribe them with funding. But what you can do is unsubscribe to Crikey in protest of Four Corners. Come on, they're the same fucking thing anyway.
I'm pretty broke. I'm not a genius, nor am I. Anyway, back to some DBD to try to farm some followers. Get shocked, Dr. Achievement stream. Hopefully I spelled that right. So what else can I do today besides play DBD all fucking day? Woohoo! Fuck yeah. Dun, ba-dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. It's gonna be a fun stream though. Today we're drinking some fifth leg because I'm on my fifth fucking leg now. Ugh. Kidding. No one gets 5 lives. I think 4 lives is enough. Big stretches before we start killing people. Oh, love to stretch. Can't see my cactus, my little cacti. It's got a nice little head on it. It's been a while since we cared about him, but he's still alive. He's still killing it. He's lived a long life. Compared to mulberry crisps, you never grew up. The man wasn't sick when I actually lit him on fire. But like, look how much he's grown since then. Look at that. He's got like a little fuzzy head on him. I think it's cute. Time to hunt some rabbits. Should really get some music going too, hey? Lights on the moon, covered water. The force of hell, so set me a little bit further. Back then. I get tired of you. Hey. Turn this way. Beautiful. Big zappy wappy. Eating up all the pellets. It'd be lovely if she dropped the other one. We're gonna be looking around this way. Yes. I like you. You're feeding me all the pellets. Feed me more pellets. Yes. I'm hungry for all the pellets. Come on, drop me. There we go. Awesome. I know someone will be back on that channel. Two gens done already. Shit. Head on. I got head on. Oh. Rude. If I figure out a thing or two. Good spin. Injure me a little bit. Ah. Thank you, thank you. No. Ow! That's bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you. Absolute bullshit. She said. Who was that? You're dead. You're dead. Whoever first tried to save me, you're dead. Fuck this game sometimes, man. Easy head, naked hit the bone. Might as well go on the shocker. And plan. Dead. It turns me on. Dizzy head. You could hit the bone. I hope I don't get lost. How many more shocks do we need now? We need another 40. We only need 40 more now. Thank fuck. If you're one of the survivors who just started watching, sorry for the toxic build. I find it quite fun personally, but I'm not on the receiving end of it, so there is that. I'll be back. Keep all of you, keep all of you, keep all of you, keep all of you. It's not about me. Watch out. Put the love and the drugs in the bag. Watch out. Love and the drugs in the bag. So that's 3 pellets down. This one too bad. And 2 people injured. Not too bad at all. about the second stage. It's fine, can you blow my mind? You can do that, have a seat and put that in the speed drive. To the streets on a different frequency, you know just what I mean. Running through red lights. Inside I'm so jealous 'cause I'm one of a kind. Get back on your hook where you belong, your cunt. It's two things. And the mood swing. Why am I running 10 to 1 gen? These guys are looping like mad, bro. Pretty sure that's the last pellet in the whole entire fucking game. So that's good. Alright. Hey, thanks for the follow. I love MILFs. Or MIFs. Hey, there you are. He looks like a child. Wow. Yeah, it looks like a child. I don't know. Act. GG's. Hey, thanks for the follow, oh weeb, as well. Appreciate it. We are now. How many more do we have to go? Bullshit. No, refresh that, refresh that. There's no way. My computer's breaking. From my alchemy. Hello, mouse. Come in, mouse, to work to play the game. There we go. That fixed it. Time for some more zappy zappies. Love me some zappy zappies. On instant times. Everybody's loving Tim Tams at the moment. Oh, nicotine. Need to ready up. Katie, did you just do a stinky? My dog just farted. So, whatever island, say so. They already got my Huntress Lullaby. Are you kidding me? Really? Yeah, let's sleep shack, buddy. Come on. Let's go. What you want to say, let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. I want to see you be brave. Ugh. Big shot. Poison, you're feeding your poison. Open on the taste like you can't help. Swallow up your poison, you're feeding your poison. Disappear, yeah. Beyond difficult to resist another goal. Hello. Good spinning ling-a-lings. do kind of have a 3-gen here. Just need to make sure they don't finish this one. Good, I feel so 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 good. Well, it might actually get me hit. Nope, thank God. That was a close one. Pee-pee butthole. Oh my god, the amount of flashlight saves I've been getting. Oh. God. Oh. I'm gonna go read a book after this. Nice try. That's really good. No, Bill! Why? Ah. I'm tunneling this Bill out of the game. I don't give a fuck if anyone else escapes, but this Bill has to die. He just has to die now. Sorry, Bill. Not today. Queen. Hello? Okay, just might have to call it here today, lads. I got a psych appointment to head off to. Unfortunately.